Hello everyone, myself Sneha Shah from LG Institute of Engineering and Technology from the Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering. In the last session, I had explained you about two-dimensional discrete random variable and some of the functions of two-dimensional discrete random variable distribution functions from the subject of probability and statistics. So in the last session I had explained you about this two-dimensional discrete random variable. It means we want to take function in x and y coordinate, and discrete means countably infinite number or finite number of random variable outputs. Then we had learned about some of the functions like joint probability mass function. Joint probability means it's a joint function of x and y. So these conditions are important for that. If these two conditions are satisfied, then and then only we can say that any function is joint probability mass function. So in the today's session I will explain you some of the examples based on this. So in this we will use these two properties, or we can say that these two conditions. It means we have to check that the probability of this function is greater than or equals to 0 or not, and the second condition is sum of all the probabilities are 1 or not. If these two conditions will satisfy, then and then only we can say that that function is considered as joint probability mass function. Now the next point is cumulative distribution function. In this I had explained you some of the properties like this. So using this property we can calculate the probability for any particular duration, like x in this particular duration a and b, y is in particular duration c and d, likewise. So to find this combined or cumulative distribution function, we will use cumulative distribution function properties from this all the terms. And the next point I had explained in the last session as marginal probability. If we want to find out marginal probability, means suppose if I want to find out probability of x for x equals to 1 only. So we will take x equals to 1 in all the term, and we are changing the value of y equals to 0, 1, 2, 3, likewise. And when we will add this all the term, then we can find out probability of x when the value of x equals to 1. So this way we will use this marginal probability function to find some examples answers. Now the last point I had explained you in the last session as conditional probability function. It means if some conditions are given to you and you have to find out some functions probability, then for that we will use this conditional probability function. This will be also used in the next examples. So the first example is from the following table. One table is given to you for bivariate distribution of x comma y. It means two variable function x and y. We have to find out probability of x which should be less than or equals to 1, probability of y which should be less than or equals to 3, probability of x which is less than or equals to 1, comma y is less than or equals to 3. It means this will be considered as joint probability. Now the next one you have to find out is probability of x which is less than or equals to 1 given that y is less than or equals to 3. It means you have to find out conditional probability of this. Similarly, probability of y, you should find out probability of y less than or equals to 3 when x is less than or equals to 1 is given to you. So you have to find out probability of y which is less than or equals to 3 given that x is less than or equals to 1. And in the last term you have to find out probability of x plus y. This number or this summation should be less than or equals to 4. So for this all the term you have to find out probabilities, and for that you are given this table. In this the value of x is given to you like 0, 1 and 2, and the value of y is given to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So first of all, to find out this we will find the probability of x for xi. It means if we want to find out probability of x in terms of any value x equals to 0, for x equals to 1, for x equals to 2, then we have to find out this. Similarly, we have to find out probability of y when the yi is given to u, or we can say that yj. Suppose if we want to find out probability of x when the x equals to 0, it means for x equals to 0 we want to find out probability of x, right? So x equals to 0 means this term. So for x equals to 0, for this all the term, the value of x equals to 0. So if we are taking summation of all this term, it will representing as px of xi, the value of xi equals to 0, right? So similarly we will find out for 1 as px xi equals to 1. This one is px xi equals to 2. So when we will taking horizontal summation, it will gives you the marginal probability of x. Similarly, if we will taking vertical values, this one is for y equals to 1, this one is for y equals to 2, this one is for y equals to 3. So all the vertical value will gives you py of y equals to 1, y equals to 2, likewise. So it will gives you the probability of py of yj. So vertically you will find out this value, and when we will adding this all the term, it will gives you the final summation of px of xi, and this value should be summation of this value should be equals to 1. Similarly, if we will adding this all the term, summation of all this term, it should be always equals to 1. So starting with this all the concept, first of all we will finding the value of px of xi. So when we will take x equals to 0, summation of all this term, it means 1 by 32 plus 2 by 32 plus 2 by 32 plus 3 by 32. It means 3 plus 2, 5, 5 plus 2, 7 plus 1 means 8 by 32, and if we will finding 8 by 32, so its value is 8 by 32. Similarly, if we will finding the value for this, then addition of this equals to 1 by 16 plus 1 by 16 plus 1 by 8 plus 1 by 8 plus 1 by 8 and plus 1 by 8. So answer of this equals to 10 by 16. Similarly, if we will finding answer of this all the addition, then the answer will be equals to 8 by 64. And if we will adding all this term, then it will gives you the term as summation of px of xi, means sum of all this term, and if you will add this all term, it will gives you the answer as 1. This can be also representing as summation of px of x. This can be also represent like this, px of x. So the value of px of x equals to 1. Similarly, if we will find out py of yj, its value equals to summation of all terms, means 1 by 16 plus 1 by 32, it will gives you the answer as 3 by 32. Similarly, this will gives you 3 by 32, answer of this will gives you 11 by 64, answer of this equals to 13 by 64, answer of this equals to 6 by 32, answer of all this term addition equals to 16 by 64. Now if you will get adding this all this term, it will gives you the summation py of y, and the value of it equals to 1. So summation of all this term will be equals to 1. Now in this example, in the first term you have to find out probability of x which is less than or equals to 1. Now if we want to find out this probability of x less than or equals to 1, it means probability of x equals to 0 plus probability of x equals to 1, right? Less than 1 means 0 and 1. So probability of 0 and probability of 1. Probability of 0 equals to 8 by 32, and for x equals to 1, its value equals to 10 by 16. So if we are adding this two term 8 by 32 plus 10 by 16, then the answer of this probability equals to 7 by 8. So this is your answer for the first term. Now you have to find out probability of y is less than or equals to 3. Y is less than or equals to 3 means 3 or less value, means 1, 2 and 3. So if we will adding this 3 term probability, then it will gives you the answer of this term. So 3 by 32 plus 3 by 32 plus 11 by 64 will gives you the answer of the second term. So in the second term you have to find out probability of y which is less than or equals to 3, means probability of y equals to 1 plus probability of y equals to 2 plus probability of y equals to 3. Now if we will putting this value, then the value of probability of y equals to 1 means 3 by 32. This one is also 3 by 32 and the third term is 11 by 64. And if you will adding this all this term, then it will gives you the answer as 23 by 64. Now in the third term you have to find out value of probability of x which is less than or equals to 1 and probability of y which is less than or equals to 3. It means it is a joint probability of this two term. So if you want to find out joint probability of this two term, then the value of it equals to probability of x is less than or equals to 0. It means probability of x equals to 0. Then y is less than or equals to 1. It means y equals to 1, y equals to 2 and y equals to 3, right? For that we will take probability of x equals to 0, x equals to 0. For 0, value of y 1, 2 and 3. Similarly, if we will take probability of x equals to 1, at that time we will take y equals to 1 plus y equals to 2 plus y equals to 3. So this will gives you the total answer. Now in this we will put the value of probabilities of all this term. Now you can see that probability of x equals to 0 and y equals to 1 means probability of x equals to 0 means this term and y equals to 1 means this term. So it will gives you the term as a 0. Now probability of x equals to 0, y equals to 2 equals to 0. Probability of x equals to 0, y equals to 3 equals to 1 by 3. So likewise we will put all the value in this equation. So it will gives you the term as 0 plus 0 plus 1 by 32 plus 1 by 16 plus 1 by 16 plus 1 by 8. And summation of all this term will gives you the answer as 9 by 32. So if you are finding the value of probability of x which is less than or equals to 1 and y is less than or equals to 3, then its answer equals to 9 by 32. Now the next part you have to find out is probability of x which is less than or equals to 1 given that y is less than or equals to 3. It means you have to find out conditional probability of this. Now how will you find the conditional probability of that? So already you know the conditional probability equation. It will be finding by using joint probability of x less than or equals to 1 and y it is less than or equals to 3 given that probability of y is less than or equals to 3, right? So in the denominator we will write probability of y which is less than or equals to 3. Now you had already finding this joint probability in the third portion of this example. So its value equals to 9 by 32 and the probability of y is less than or equals to 3 is finded in the second part as 23 by 64. So if you will simplifying this term, then the answer will be 18 by 23. Now the next term you have to find out that probability of, now you have to find out probability of y which is less than or equals to 3 when x is less than or equals to 1 is given to you. So for this we will use joint probability of this two, means probability of y is less than or equals to 3 and x is less than or equals to 1. Now in this term is given to you, so it will comes in the denominator. So probability of x which is less than or equals to 1. Now you can see that this joint probability will be same like this. Probability of x is less than or equals to 1 and y is less than or equals to 3. So the answer of it equals to 9 by 32, and probability of x is less than or equals to 1. This probability is we had find in the first term as its answer is 7 by 8. So if we will simplifying this two term, then the final answer is 9 by 28. Now you have to find out the next term as probability of x plus y, which should be less than or equals to 4. Now what is the probability of this? Probability of this two terms should be, summation of this two terms should be less than or equals to 4, right? So we will take probability of x equals to 0, y equals to 1. 0 plus 1 is less than 4. Similarly, probability of x equals to 0, y equals to 2. 0 plus 2 is also less than 0. Then the next term is probability of x equals to 0, y equals to 3 plus probability of x equals to 0, y equals to 4. 0 plus 4 is also less than or equals to 4. So it means it is equals to 4. So it will valid. Now the next term is probability of x equals to 1. Now we are changing the value of 1 because if we are taking x equals to 0 and y equals to 5, so 0 plus 5 is greater than 4. So we will not take after that. Now we will taking the value of x equals to 1 and y equals to 1. 1 plus 1 is less than or equals to 4 plus probability of x equals to 1, y equals to 2 plus probability of x equals to 1, y equals to 3. 1 plus 3 equals to also 4. Now if we will taking probability of x equals to 1 and y equals to 4, then the answer is 1 plus 4 equals to 5. So which is not valid. Now we will take probability of x equals to 2, then the value of y equals to 1, 2 plus 1 equals to 3 plus probability of x equals to 2 and y equals to 2, 2 plus 2 equals to 4. Now if we will taking y equals to 3, then also it is not possible. So we will take this all combinations to find out this probability. Now if we will putting all these values probability, then the probability of this equals to 0 plus probability of this 0 and 2 is also 0. Then the next probability is 1 by 32 plus 2 by 32 plus 1 by 16 plus 1 by 16 plus 1 by 8 plus 1 by 32, and the last term is also 1 by 32. And if we will adding this all this term, then its answer equals to 13 by 32. So this is your final answer of probability of x plus y, which is less than or equals to 4.